The Search for a Day with Spongebob Squarepants, the complete history from our beloved Blame It on Jorge. I've never heard of A Day with Spongebob Squarepants a day in my life. The only A Day with I've ever heard of was A Day with Riley Reid, and I probably don't even need to explain what that type of experience was like, so who knows, man? Maybe SpongeBob is out here doing the freak nasty, bro, serving up the macaroni mixer 3000, and we just never even knew that it existed. So without any further ado, the complete history, A Day with SpongeBob. Blame it on Jorge. Go give him a big old juicy spanking. He loves getting spanked on his like and sub. See what we got. The video you're about to watch contains materials, something.
In this mockumentary, SpongeBob lives above ground like all Hollywood superstars. Afraid that SpongeBob is becoming old news, his boss runs a contest called Spend a Day with SpongeBob. The contest makes SpongeBob the talk of the town.
That sounds very similar to a fuck a fan contest, dude. It's just like you get your back blown out by SpongeBob, bro.
Lucky winner is Seth, and he is ecstatic about his day with SpongeBob.
You get pegged with the golden spatula.
However, the day becomes a roller coaster ride as things don't go quite the way they planned. A Day with SpongeBob Squarepants, coming soon to DVD.
This is the official description for a film titled A Day with SpongeBob Squarepants. Upon first glance, one might write this off as a simple film concept that Nickelodeon scrapped early in development. Tons of ideas are announced and never made, with no real reason given as to why.
What are these? Prometheus and Bob, never heard of that. Jimmy Neutron 2, The Search for Carl, never heard of that. Untitled Fairly Odd Parents film adaptation. I'm assuming it's the one with the freak show Drake Bell in it, right? And fucking, it's like live action. The Last Airbender 2. I haven't even seen the first one, but I've heard that The Last Airbender is the worst movie to ever be created.
However, this film is a little different. The history behind it is bizarre, and it becomes even more so when you realize that despite being centered around SpongeBob, this film had nothing to do with Nickelodeon. What is this film? How did it come to be? And does it truly exist? Join us as we dive in and take a look at the history of one of the most strangest pieces of lost media. This is The Search for a Day with SpongeBob Squarepants.
Bro, you can tell that this is probably not a real movie.
Upon first glance,
because look at the reviews on it, bro. Like, if you look at the reviews on the top of the thing, it's like it says, great film, very creative, hilarious, fun for everyone, fantastic, a total crowd pleaser. It's literally the most generic pre-written reviews that nobody ever actually said, dude.
So when you realize that despite being centered around,
I feel like that's a red flag right there.
And does it truly exist? Join us as we dive in and take a look at the history of one of the most strangest pieces of lost media. This is The Search for a Day with SpongeBob Squarepants.
The movie. Amazon.
November 22nd, 2011. This is the date that Amazon had listed for the release of A Day with SpongeBob Squarepants. From this listing, we got our first glimpse of the DVD cover, the distributor, and the runtime of 70 minutes. November came and went. Nothing. 2011 came and went. Nothing. No news regarding the film's release whatsoever. There was a single review for the film by a user known as Mike Zendar. Mike gave it 4 stars and said that it was great. The Amazon page wasn't widely discovered until 2014, where Lost Media Wiki user Larry Inc. 64 found it and created a page for it on the wiki, after being unable to find any additional information on the film. There were no trailers, no set photos or promo pics besides the cover, and hardly anyone attached to the movie. More and more people became aware of the film's existence, or lack thereof.
This is just some weird like SpongeBob movie made by the people not made by the people who made SpongeBob, and it was thrown up on Amazon, and then it just like never existed, and then somehow this mysterious dimension traveling dude Mike just is astral projected to another dimension and watched that fucking movie, came back and said, "Oh yeah, it's 4 stars, it's great."
To the Lost Media Wiki page, and in 2015, a full widespread search began.
Online notoriety.
As with any good mystery, it spread across the internet like wildfire. Murmurs of the film can be found on Reddit, YouTube, Facebook, you name it. Threads on the SpongebobCommunity.com were made to discuss the film. Twitter users such as the Daniel Sean were tweeting about it, claiming that they had seen it. An anonymous user posted what seemed to be...
This mother Daniel, bro, all Daniels do is lie. If your name is Daniel, you're nothing but a liar, bro.
We're tweeting about it, claiming that they had seen it. An anonymous user posted what seemed to be the theme song for the film on YouTube.
This sounds like something that would be, like, during the level of fucking one of them SpongeBob games. Do, like, Battle for Bikini Bottom? And you're, like, fighting robots? I could hear this. That's it. Doesn't sound like a theme song,
then
though.
4chan happened. Just like any mystery that 4chan becomes interested in, the detective work they performed was
Anytime 4chan gets involved, bro, shit hits the fan, dude.
Research. Through their sleuthing, Anons were able to find the QR code for the film, as well as the origin of the stock image of the boy on the DVD cover.
Is that a stock image?
It also turns out that these quotes are from people in magazines that don't even exist. Following these discoveries, they were able to...
That's what I said! Like, these are just some random ass, like, bot made. Like, kids, toddler... Wizard magazine. Hey man, you pick up the newest subscription to Kids Toddler Wizard magazine. It's not toddler because it's spelled wrong, dude. Like,
to determine that the publisher of the film, Nickelodeon Films, wasn't even a real company. It was actually Regal Films, using one of their many different names. Regal Films is a production company that produces and acquires movies such as Steve Jobs' Consciously Genius, Taylor Swift, American Beauty, and of course, A Day with Spongebob Squarepants.
3 of the greatest intellectual masterminds to ever walk planet Earth, Steve Jobs, SpongeBob Squarepants, and Taylor Swift, have achieved a level of power beyond human comprehension. Thanos is shaking in his boots with this God Squad, bro, I'm telling you.
After more fake reviews were posted on Amazon, they began contacting the users that left them, leading to a discovery that the Regal Films headquarters is supposedly in a food court in the back of a mall. On top of all of that, it's discovered that...
Perfect, man! You could create blockbuster movie viewing experiences and pick up a pretzel.
Trojan virus exists on their official website, leading many to become skeptical of the film company. I mean, they were using fake names, their headquarters was in a mall, and their website had a virus. What exactly is going on? Soon...
What if this is a giant money laundering scheme, and they're using this movie as a front to hide their cash because they're running a billion-dollar international drug corporation, moving kilos of meth into the United States, and they gotta have an explanation for where that money came from. So just sell these fake-ass SpongeBob movies and pretend like it's real. I feel like it's a plausible explanation.
A retail chain that sold books, music, movies, and video games, posted a thread that the film was in their database, but only for employees and not for the public. So he ordered it, and said it would arrive within 2 weeks. Another Hastings employee commented, saying that they had done the same. 2 weeks later, and nothing. The order never arrived. However,
Nice.
the search was just beginning.
There's more.
On
Regal
August
Films.
20th, 2015, a user posted on 4chan claiming to have worked for Regal Films in 2012. The user said,
I worked for Regal Films up until 2012. It was founded
Who the
by one of
fuck
my
is
childhood
that?
friends who wanted nothing more than a quick buck. It's not a legit production company.
I don't know who the hell this dude is just whispering in my ear, but his voice is soothing, and I'm kind of feeling a little aroused, I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
run out of that friend's house, and the only employees were me and another friend. Pretty much equal to a boot
Wait.
my childhood friends who wanted nothing more than a quick buck. It's not a legit production company.
Who would have guessed?
It's run out of that friend's house, and the only employees were me and another friend. Pretty much equal to a bootlegging ring, though not totally illegal. Though it is true that we made many DVDs that were simply slideshows, we also got our hands on a few semi-major productions that the studios wanted nothing to do with. A Day with SpongeBob was made by Viacom without involvement from any of the regular SpongeBob crew after the success of the Spongebob Squarepants movie. As
Okay.
such, the cover art is not even remotely reminiscent of the film. We were told to locate any semi-relevant clip art that looked SpongeBob-ish, but not to use any assets from the film. The unauthorized mockumentary thing was put there to throw people off. The plot was pretty simple, but still only vaguely related to the online summary. Basically, Patchy, played definitely not by Tom Kenny, wins a contest to spend a day with the Bikini Bottom gang, and he actually gets to. He
about
fucks
to run a
everything up
train on my
initially,
guy.
but
Oh my
soon
gosh.
fixes it all. It was a mess. The whole thing was pretty much one reference to an episode after another. And when I say reference, I mean verbatim reenactment with Patchy thrown in awkwardly. And like I said, he fucks them up. There's no real conflict, though several plankton schemes are recreated.
So yes, I was correct, bro. This is a money laundering scheme, bro. They're running a fake bootleg operation, bro, flipping blockbuster movies for half the price, dude. Nice, dude, and the whole thing is it's not even real.
The
So it's
animation
we're searching for something that never even existed in the first place. Is that what you're
was
telling me?
actually pretty good. Not show level, but official looking. Every screenshot in this thread is fake. Other than a brief, probably no more than 3 minutes Patchy segment, it is totally animated. Nobody was played by their regular actors. My guess is that this was some kind of reverse pitch pilot produced to give the SpongeBob crew an idea of what Viacom wanted, but it never went through. Now, why exactly Viacom just gave it to us? No clue. My guess is that they didn't, and that's just what we were told. Why is it so hard to
He
find?
hit a lick, bro. He hit a lick on Viacom, and I am here for it, dude.
Only a small number of copies were produced. Same goes for everything we make. It's just that, unfortunately, I had no desire to see this again, so I didn't take a copy of the DVD. The files probably still exist on my friend's computer. For whatever reason, he was ultra protective of our data, not letting us work on things from home or other computers in general. Trust me, I know you guys are committed to tracking it down, but it's not worth it.
This could be capped too,
It's
bro.
not terrible, it's not amazing, it's not even much of a piece of history. I can see if I can do something, but I'm telling you guys, it ain't worth finding.
That's what he wants us to think. What if this just this video shows you how to unlock the powers of the divine, bro? And you could just start astral projecting into other dimensions and shit, bro, and this gives you the key to life. and immortality, bro, and they just want to hide it from us. The reptilian elites are drinking the blood of children and hiding the secrets to immortality with a fake SpongeBob video, bro, and they want us to believe it never existed. That's what's happening.
At this point, many of the people on Twitter claiming to have seen the film came forward admitting that they were lying. We should probably mention that Regal Films, under the name Grand Scale Entertainment, had launched a Kickstarter in the past for a film titled Good Luck. The film earned nearly $11,000 with only 20 backers. That is almost unheard of and incredibly suspicious. 2 people attached to the film.
Sounds like what? $500 a piece? Something like that, right?
Were named Jason Boritz and Lorenzo Hawley. It is soon discovered that both Jason and Lorenzo are real people. However, other Regal employees, such as Victor Loren, who was supposedly the producer for Taylor Swift American Beauty, are either fake or lack any real internet presence. On Grand Scale Entertainment's website was the phone number of one of their employees, Clint Weiler. However, the phone number led to a company called MVD, a music and movie firm that distributed many of Regal's films. Apparently, Weiler didn't know that his number was even on their site. Through some emails, it's revealed that A Day with Spongebob Squarepants never finished production, and that some promo copies may exist. One member of 4chan travels to the MVD offices, only to find it completely empty.
What?
A YouTube account under the name A Day with Spongebob decided to call MVD.
Thank you for calling the MVD Entertainment Group. MVD has moved to a new location. We are now at... Please update your billing and shipping addresses. If you know the extension of the party you would like to reach, please enter it now. Press 2 for the office, press 3 for the warehouse,
Press 2.
or press 9 for a company directory.
Press 2. I think that was 2. Sounded like 2.
Hi, you've reached Andy at MVD Entertainment. I am currently away from my desk. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you need immediate assistance, you can try Dave Hall, extension 102. If you're calling to place an order, you can always use our website, mvd.cc. Thanks.
Did you leave him a voicemail? Hey,
This
man.
call was largely unimportant and triggered no new information. However, it did pretty much destroy any chance of
Okay,
MVD.
but they gave you an extension to somebody else. Did you call that extension? What was his name? Dave? Did you call Dave?
To place an order, you can always use our website, mvd.cc, extension 102. Get back to you as soon as possible. If you need immediate assistance, you can try Dave Hall, extension...
Yeah, you gotta hit up my man Dave, bro. I bet Dave got all the answers we're looking for.
If you're calling to place an order, you can
Somebody
always use our
find
website,
Dave.
mvd.cc. Thanks.
Twitter, do your thing, bro. I'm telling you, they work wonders. Find
This call
Dave.
was largely unimportant and triggered no new information. However, it did pretty much destroy any chance of MVD providing any information about the film, as they were apparently pretty upset that their answering machine was recorded and put onto YouTube for some reason. Things were becoming very suspicious, and they were about to get even more so.
Oh my gosh. It's just getting deeper.
After digging deeper and deeper, more information is found about this supposed Lorenzo Hawley. It's discovered that he co-founded 2 companies called Foy Foods and Yay Organics, which all share the same address as Regal Films. Contact was made over Instagram with an employee at Yay Organics named Natalie by a user named Obscurus Doom. The two made small talk at first, talking about wheatgrass, the primary trait of Yay Organics, before getting into the meat of the conversation. He asks her if she knows Lorenzo Hawley, and she does. He then asks her to relay a message to him regarding his past in the film industry.
Interesting.
When Natalie came back after speaking with Lorenzo,
Very
she
interesting.
tells Obscurus Doom that Lorenzo said for him to never speak to her again. The former hasty
Wait,
speech
what?
of Lorenzo regarding his past in the film industry. When Natalie came back after speaking with Lorenzo, She tells Obscurus Doom that Lorenzo said for him to never speak to her again.
Nah, bro, something ain't right with this dude Lorenzo. Bro, something ain't right with my guy Lorenzo, bro. He's up to something. I don't trust Lorenzo.
The former Hastings
Somebody
employee
find
discovers
Dave,
the
please.
phone number for Lorenzo's home address.
We need Dave.
Only to find that it's been disconnected.
I'm telling you, Dave knows what's
From this
up.
point on, a Skype group was founded to direct all their sleuthing efforts into one location, increasing productivity. Records are soon uncovered that show the business license for Regal Films was owned by Lorenzo Hawley. A few actors and supervisors who are listed to have worked at Regal Films in the past are contacted through Facebook and Tumblr after finding their names in the credits of films made by Regal. Many of them responded with confusion to the mention of Regal, while others exclaimed that they had nothing to do with the company and then hung up abruptly. On a social media platform for filmmakers.
Why are so many people being so fucking secretive about Regal Films? This is crazy, bro. Because, like, we're just trying to find this fucking, this dumbass, goofy-ass SpongeBob movie, and everybody's hush-hush like they just witnessed a murder on O-Block, bro. And everybody's got the gangster street code of silence. No snitching or they gonna come after you, bro. Like, what is so important about this SpongeBob movie that everybody is in fear of the SWAT team bursting into their doors and assassinating them there on the spot, bro? I'm telling you, bro, this SpongeBob movie holds secrets that we probably could never ever comprehend, bro.
It's called
like,
Stage
this
32.
is getting out of control.
A page for a Regal employee named Riley T. Markowitz is discovered. It is believed that Riley is an alias for Lorenzo, as many of the comments on the page refer to him as Lorenzo instead of Riley. One comment from Lorenzo is in response to a user asking where they can send their film if they're interested in Regal distributing it. The address that Lorenzo provides is traced to a property that was found to be a massage parlor that provides sexual acts.
Dude, now we're getting into happy ending massages. Bro, what the fuck is this? What is going on, dude? Like, we've got this code of secrecy. We don't even know if this thing exists for real. We got 17 people giving us 17 different stories. Now we've got a massage parlor with hookers. Like, this is getting out of hand, dude.
Many of the numbers that users
like I said, money laundering, bro. Something shady's going on. I'm telling you.
For more information on Lorenzo and Regal are found to be disconnected as well. Obscurus Doom was able to make contact with Jason Boritz, who was connected to the Good Luck Kickstarter, but without any context for the call, Jason screamed and cursed at Obscurus, telling him to never contact him again.
Oh
then,
my God.
New ground was broken. In 2016, the YouTube channel Ongoing Mysteries was able to make contact with Lorenzo Hawley, thanks to a troll Skype account claiming to be.
We found Lorenzo! Oh my! Now we just gotta get Dave. Now we found that fucking white dude. We finally found Lorenzo. We just need Dave to close it out for the Holy Trinity, bro.
Associated with Foy Foods.
Oh my gosh.
This led to the team looking into any real Skype accounts that Foy Foods had, and lo and behold, one was found with Lorenzo's phone number. 4 separate calls were made, where a slew of information was revealed.
So what's prevented this movie from getting out there?
Is this Lorenzo?
Well, the movie was out for a short period of time. However, we decided to retract it, and we're thinking about releasing it later this year.
Cut the fucking cap, dude. You ain't releasing shit, bro. Everybody is giving everybody the runaround on the existence of this movie, and it's, oh yeah, we about to drop it here in a couple days. It's like a mixtape, dude. It's like, oh yeah, get ready, about to drop this. Like, what are you talking about?
A better version of it. But that may be through GoFundMe or crowdfund or some sort of crowdfunding.
And there have been like allegations of like Trojan viruses on your website or something. What was that about?
On Trojan on the website, I don't know. I this is the first time I'm hearing anything about that.
nervous.
about a Trojan virus on the website.
He sounds nervous.
Could it just be a false diagnosis on the virus part, antivirus thing?
Yeah, that could be it. Or which website are you referring to?
Regalfilms.com, I think it was.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard of any viruses on that website.
And one of your colleagues, Jason Boritz, his name was, he's been seen as somewhat abrasive.
Yeah. What did he, what do you mean?
One of my colleagues in the group asked, hey, is this Jason Boritz? And he just flipped out on her.
Oh, no, Jason is a very, very nice guy. I think she just bought him on a bad day.
Bro, dude, I don't like this. I don't like that at all, dude. There's something.
In September of 2016, the Kickstarter would officially launch to continue the film. It will be live action with a goal of $15,000. Despite the shady dealings of Regal and its related companies, it seems like this mystery was finally going to be put to rest. The Kickstarter would launch, and we'd learn everything we need to know
Did
about
they get the
film.
15K though?
Right? Well, September came and went.
No video.
Nothing.
Yep. Mr. Now we've got
On
another
August 3rd,
player in the game.
2016, contact was made with Lorenzo. A good amount of information was given, but perhaps the most notable piece that was unfolded were the origins of A Day with Spongebob Squarepants. Much to the surprise of everyone involved in the search, Lorenzo was willing to connect
Bro, you can just tell by this cover that this was not made by the people of SpongeBob, bro. Like, even something as small as, like, the flowers in the sky. The Bikini Bottom sky is so iconic, bro. And you gonna fucking butcher that shit, dude? Like, this is very clearly some, like, knockoff bootleg shit, dude.
To the surprise of everyone involved in the search, Lorenzo was willing to connect ongoing mysteries with the original creator of the film, going under the name Mr. Orange.
Regal Films actually is just a distribution company. It's just like MVD. Different people or editors or producers, they make films, you know, low quality, low budget, and they need somebody to sell it, so Regal distributes them. Of course, as everybody knows, the DVD business is pretty much done. I mean, some people still do buy DVDs, but for the most part, everybody's pretty much moved on. I mean, it was a long time ago. I don't know what anybody else is doing now. They probably, you know, they might even be in distribution or the film business in general. But Lorenzo Hawley actually moved on to, you know, do the business side of Foy Foods, and then later on, Yeah Organics. The reason all those addresses pop out and there's nothing there is because my assumption is they haven't been making that much money anymore. You know, since DVD sales are been down, you know, for the last, I don't know how many years. So they had to minimize and relocate and basically let go a lot of the people that were affiliated with the company that were working, because they probably couldn't afford to pay the majority of the people in the company anymore. But anyway, back to A Day with SpongeBob. So
the reason why the addresses were phony was because they broke as hell, couldn't pay nobody, so they fired everybody and then left. That's what you're telling me, dude? I feel like that's too easy of an answer.
For a film. I wanted to do something that was for kids and adults. It was funny, but at the same time had some heartfelt moments and somewhat of a message, you know, kind of like the movies I used to watch growing up, like a John Hughes film of some sort. But, you know, with SpongeBob, because, you know, I'm a SpongeBob fan, not a hardcore fan, but I definitely like the cartoon, and I always thought it was funny, like, what if he had a real life, you know, like outside of the cartoon world, you know, or animation world. And I thought it was kind of a cool idea. But let me start even earlier, before we even get to the production and the script. So when I had the idea, the first thing, you know, people were advising me, oh, you're going to get sued, you're going to get a cease and desist, copyright infringement, all sorts of stuff. You know, how can I put this film out without getting into any trouble? So I called a lawyer, and then I retained their services, and they told me, okay, you can't use anything. It has to somewhat be of a parody. That way you don't get sued. You can't use him. I think the drawing of him, you could use a suit. It has to be somewhat where you're making fun of him. And if it's live action, even better. And state on the, the actual artwork that it's unauthorized, which is, stuff that I already kind of knew.
So the reason why it looks like a crucified, butchered version of SpongeBob is because legally they weren't allowed to use the actual, similar art style and character drawings and stuff like that. Legally, they get their ass sued. That makes more sense when you explain it like that.
I was trying to make a cover that would let people know it was a day with SpongeBob, but without using SpongeBob. So the most recognizable thing that I could remember was the Pineapple House. So I went on Elance and I hired a great illustrator, drawer, forgot his name, and I told him that I wanted to basically make the same house, same feel, same exact thing as, the SpongeBob theme animation, but make it square, just make little changes here and there just for different purposes. We didn't do casting, we didn't do anything. We're in the process of just getting, the script was done, it had to be redeveloped, and we needed some money to get the film going. So we didn't have any characters, so I had to somewhat use, so then I went to Shutterstock, and
yeah, just use the stock image.
That image, it looked cool, so I put it on there just for temporary.
It looked cool, yeah, bro. Totally epic and rad. You little white boy jumping on a trampoline with an orange polo. He ain't got no drip and his shoe game's weak.
Found that image. It looked cool, so
totally
I put it on there
radical,
just for temporary. Mind you, I was making this cover to show producers and distributors that that this could potentially be something. The quotes and everything that's on there. Like I said, this was just supposed to be for distributors and producers' eyes only. This wasn't supposed to be for everybody.
Okay, so it's a concept.
As far as it being on Amazon, getting pre-orders, the interest was there, but the film wasn't even completed. We worked on a couple of trailers. I mean, I would have to find but it wasn't what we actually were supposed to film. It was just teasers and covers and stuff just to get people, kind of like a presentation to get people interested in the film and believe in it. MVD is incorrect, actually. There are no promo copies. I never sent them anything. A couple of people have seen different things, but there's nothing.
Bro, I don't know how much I trust this Mr. Orange guy though, because he sounds like a fucking YouTuber, bro. He sounds like just some young guy in his bedroom making YouTube videos talking to the mic, bro. He doesn't sound like the stuff he's saying makes sense, right? But he just the way that he talks, it doesn't sound like he actually was a part of it. It sounds like he's just some guy and he's just talking, you know what I mean?
That anybody has. So if you're looking for anything that has anything to do with a day with SpongeBob, it doesn't exist. Most of the materials are in my possession, so that's pretty much that.
Mr. Orange still fully intends on releasing A Day with SpongeBob Squarepants someday. It's also revealed that Regal Films is just a distributor for the film, while Grand Scale Entertainment are the producers. However, MVD are also distributing it, which makes things a bit confusing. Finally, almost everyone that was contacted before Lorenzo had nothing to do with the film. Only Mr. Orange and Lorenzo had any real involvement. The entire search might not have resulted in the discovery of the film.
Remember the one guy? And he said that the people making the movie, it was only him and two of his boys? What if that's shit? What if it's Dave? Oh my god! What if it was Dave? What if Dave was the third piece? The last piece of the puzzle that we were still missing. What if Dave was the third man? Dude, this is getting crazy. Oh my gosh.
Substantial regarding it. But it did bring to light a lot of shady dealings of Regal Films and Lorenzo Hawley. Despite many of the people being contacted having nothing to do with A Day with SpongeBob Squarepants, their reactions to the mention of Regal Films is enough to raise a few eyebrows. It's entirely possible that Regal is just a front for a money laundering scheme.
I will take my Nobel Peace Prize with a side of macaroni and cheese. Thank you very much. Ain't that what I just said?
It's entirely possible that Regal is just a front for a money laundering scheme.
Quit
Mr.
playing with
Orange
me.
claims that that's not the case, but, I mean, who knows if he can be trusted.
Quit fucking playing with me.
For now, though, Mr. Orange is still dedicated to releasing the film someday, now more than ever thanks to the surge in popularity. The first 5 pages of the script were also released, giving us a rundown of the plot. In the script, SpongeBob goes to SeaWorld with his friend Andy, only to get a call from his agent,
Fuck SeaWorld.
Matthew
All my
Belmont.
homies hate SeaWorld.
SpongeBob goes to meet him in his office, where he's told that people aren't interested in him anymore, and that nobody watches his show. In an effort to boost his popularity, a contest will be ran, with the prize being a day with SpongeBob. And that's pretty much it. That's all that could be gathered from the first 5 pages of the script.
Is that it?
So, what now? I'm afraid there's no real
150,
resolution.
dude.
The film
That's
was simply
still
never made to
young.
the best of our knowledge, but it's more than that. Obviously, the Kickstarter never launched. Regal Films, Grand Scale Entertainment, and Foy Foods all had their websites closed.
Damn.
Nobody is even sure if Mr. Orange had anything to do with the day with SpongeBob Squarepants. He was simply referred to as the original creator by Lorenzo. As most of the people involved in the search team have long moved on, and no new information regarding Regal Films or a day with SpongeBob Squarepants has been uncovered, it's unlikely that this lost film will ever see the light of day.
Dude, this film never existed. This is a giant money laundering scheme to hide the drug money, bro. That is the only explanation as to why whenever somebody was contacted, they would just completely avoid the question. That's why the dude got angry, because if he knew if he answered any questions, the lives of his family would be in danger, bro. They have assassins and hitmen watching everybody involved 24/7. Anybody talks about stuff, they just boom, they get off, dude. I'm telling you, bro, there is something going on that we are not seeing, bro, because this is just too weird. There's too many people giving the runaround. There's too many, like, weird things that make no sense. Why are there 2 distribution companies? Why are there 2 random ass, like, organic vegan fucking things, dude? Like, who the fuck does that? You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I feel like there's something a lot deeper that we're not looking at, because all of the mass hysteria surrounded by a bootleg SpongeBob movie just seems a little extreme for me. So there's definitely something else going on here, bro. I'm telling you, it's a drug kingpin who loves SpongeBob, bro. That's what's happening, bro. He's burying all of the kilos are stashed at the bottom in the basement of the chum bucket, bro. And all of the cash is stored in the vault with the secret formula at the Krusty Krab, dude. I'm telling you something fishy is going on here.